Hey, welcome, loyal loves. It's your girl, Rare Reed here. And first of all, it is always my intention to lead and guide you to your higher self. Therefore, I am showing up at the right place at the right time with value for you to prosper, even as your soul prospers. And it's a number of things I kept hearing uh, prior to beginning to record this video for you all. And the first thing I heard a girl say, well, not the first thing, but we just gonna go in the order I wrote them down. It said, well, first I heard somebody say, I heard you was looking for me. Here I go. I heard they was looking for you. And you gotta let them know, here you go. Ain't no standing down this time. And God said, can't nobody stop what he has purpose for you. People can see how big you are because you let them stand by you. People couldn't see how big you are because you was letting them stand by you. See, they couldn't get the gist of who you really was because they was right beside you. But when you decided to detach yourself from them, that's when they start seeing the abundance and the big space that you took up and covered for them in their life. And before I get into anything, I know that we could tell the stories all day long because when I needed to know the stories, I had to rely on the young ladies and the gentleman who was delivering those messages to let me know that, I wasn't tripping, I wasn't crazy, that my intuition was on point. So I love and I respect all of that. But as we know, everything in the atmosphere has a shift. And I always been ahead of my time. So for the people who are anointed to do that, but when don't just get caught up and keep talking about the same old stories, because the story you tell yourself is the story that's going to resonate with you consciously and subconsciously. So we got to make sure we moving forward and then allowing the people who's coming up behind us to tell the story. It's just like the quarterback. He's not going to be the quarterback forever. It's going to be a younger quarterback who come up and need that training, need that guidance. Is making me think of is it Elijah and Samuel. And he said, when you hear it again, say it, Lord, it is I. What would you have me to do? At some point in time, you become an elder or a mentor to people, and you got to guide them in what they should do. So with that being said, this is about your abundance. This is about God is redeeming you. He's redeeming you through his power. He says, I have blotted out as a thick cloud thy transgressions. What are transgressions? When we hear transgressions, a lot of people think about sin and this, that, and the other. But transgression is simply an act that goes against a law, a rule, a code of conduct, or an offense. So the example is when you in school and somebody might get detention, somebody might get a suspension, in-house suspension, somebody might get a 3-day to 10-day detention, somebody might get a 30-day detention. It all depends on the offense, the code of conduct, the law, the rule that they broke. So everything is not the same. We see it every day. We're not the same. We don't get the same messages. We might get similar ones. And sometimes God will have us all talking about the same thing because he wants even his chosen to be on one accord at some point in time. And that's how you weed out the chosen who still need to be healed. It's not that you're not chosen, but if you still getting jealous about people getting that same message, that's kind of how it works. It's up there. We open to receive it, and who needs to hear it, who we are responsible for, who we are called to, they gonna hear it through us. Just like who is called through to you, they're gonna hear it through you. 4:33 on the clock when I said that. Anyway, I got a couple of energies out here, and God says that I am the attractor of my every experience. And when you learn that you are the attractor of your every experience, you don't even want to know everything. Sometimes you just need to know to detach It was 4:55 on the clock. You need to learn the art of detachment, because some things attach themselves to you so you can experience the negativity, so you can experience the heartbreak, so you can experience the betrayal. That's their sole purpose in being your friend, your acquaintance, your lover, and even that jealous parent. They know they jealous of you, but instead of them healing themselves, they'd rather just dump on you so you can end up sitting next to them on the couch, Netflix and chilling. Okay, it comes not by magic, but by universal law. And, you know, it was a lot of things that I didn't know about my spirituality and about this gift that I have, but I understood spiritual law. So I understood that basically what goes around comes around. What you reap, that too you shall sow. And to stay positive, 555, and to stay positive, because not only change, transformation, but transition is going to come. Catastrophical change and transition is going to come. So if you don't know nothing else, you got to hold on to God's unchanging hand. You got to hold on to the hand that you are and the things that you possess. I already got some cards out here, like I said. Uranus energy, the revolutionary energy, the unexpected changes often associated with creativity, innovation, breaking free from tradition. It is time for you to break free from tradition. Oh God, 6:33 on the clock when I said that. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Okay, so spiritually, a universal example of methods for the healing power of balance. And that's what this is about. Remember I said what goes around comes around. God is going to balance it out. All you got to do is stay true to who he called you to be. Don't worry about nobody else's timing. You don't even have to worry about it. Just welcome in divine timing. Welcome in God's timing over your life. And when God say it's a go, it's a go. I don't care if you 60. I don't care if you 16. I don't care if you 6. When God says it's your time, that's your time. That's your time. Then we got out here Virgo energy. Virgo energy encourages discipline, a methodological approach to work. What is a methodological approach to work? The most common sense approach to things. Virgo energy. A willingness to put in the necessary effort to achieve mastery and continue to strive for self-improvement. Often associated with perfectionism, determination, adaptability, wittiness, and passion for social justice. I don't even know what else to say. It's time for you to adapt. That's why he wants you to have a revolutionary breaking free from tradition. That's why the Uranus energy is out here. So, you know, I don't know if you have Uranus in your chart, but it's open for you to tap in. The universe is yours and everything in it. That's why God says, I gave you dominion over the earth and everything in it. Whatever you need to tap into, whatever energy, whatever thought process, whatever skill you need to tap into and achieve, the energy is out here waiting for you to do it. And then we have the 7th house. The 7th house, balance. In your marriage, divine marriages, partnerships, divine business partnerships, contracts, and public enemies. And remember, and I didn't say this yet, but it was a thing also he said, spiritually, we stand with the spiritual side of things right now. And it don't matter if you in the blue pill or the red pill, it's your time. It says stirring up the situation by using the serving of others diplomatically. And I kept on reading it, and I automatically, when I first read it, I said, and that was before I got this information, I said, damn, that sounds like the enemy's gonna be working for me, or for you rather. And so, and that's what God is saying, like, plus your public enemies, because even though they're your enemies, it's in a public setting. And we know everybody want to look right in front of the public. So God's saying use that to your perfect advantage. 10 o'clock on the dot when I said that. Well, not 10 o'clock, but 10 o'clock on the clock. 10 on the clock. And we know those are for new beginnings. Everything is completed. We have detached. And it's time for you to mentally have a different way of looking at the analyzing of cooperation. You got to analyze your part in the cooperation. You got to analyze somebody else's part in the cooperation. Maybe they doing all they can do, and you have to let that be of a service to you and put those things where you can best utilize them. Physically, an unexpected change resulting from perfectionism with your partner or partners, of your partners or partners. And that's what I'm saying, divine timing. You could have been, met up with somebody, and that's where you got to be careful with what the world's saying, because the world knows that they got us thinking one way and doing something else. But when we come into perfect alignment, that's when we can meet up and have divine partnerships and divine experiences with each other. But if you let the world tell you, just because they were somebody in your past, you should never talk to them again, you have to allow the Spirit, your intuition, the Holy Spirit to lead and guide you and order your steps in order for you to have all that God purposed you to have. And sometimes that is doubling back, whether it be in a work relationship, a job, whatever the case may be. God will tell you, because he done already told you the people to leave behind and alone. So if they double back, we ain't talking about them. We talking about the people that he ain't even brought up. Maybe this person you just talked to, they was never in a relationship with you. Maybe they were never your sis or a friendship with you. But 12:12 on the clock. Okay. Open to new ideas about the details of relationship. What I just say, y'all? I just read it to you. I knew that's what it was, because you got to get your mental capacity ready. It's one thing to understand things spiritually, but you got to be mentally equipped and have the capacity to not only walk that thing out, walk it down, because you're on a new level, but you got to have the capacity to have the best experience for everybody. Invent a way to do what you must do and get a fair deal. Right. It's time for you to come up with a way for things to best serve you. 13:03 on the clock. I'm gonna wrap this on up. It's just time, y'all. It's your time to do what it says. It comes not by magic, but by universal law. And God has brought things back into your vicinity for you to transform your life. I can transform my own world. He gave you the power to create and transform your world, and he has redeemed you. It's making me think about Jacob wrestling with God. You done wrestled long enough. He calling you Israel. He done gave you a new name. So do you receive your divine name, your divine calling? Do you receive all of that? I will tell my story as I want it to be. Tell your story the way you want it to be. I can pivot under any and all conditions. I got to show y'all the little bird up there. Pivoting. We going north, east, west, south, however we going. I'm there. So, some very light but much needed energy, direction, and encouragement. So I pray that you tell yourself a different story, because you deserve the desires of your heart and the stories of your dreams.